I'm going to make a tray of nuts and berries, and I'm going to add another ingredient. So, starting with the dry roasted and lightly salted almonds. Put those in my mixing bowl. Almost all of them. I'm going to save a little for later. Honey roasted peanuts. I like those with my... No, I'm going to put all those in there. I've been snacking on those. I'm going to get rid of that. All right, my berries and raisins mix. This is so good. Put plenty of those in there because I like it chewy. And that's what makes it sweet. Now, new ingredient. Coconut. Don't like coconut? Don't use it. I love coconut. I use coconut milk and coconut oil, and I like real coconut. So I'm putting about that much in. So let's stir this up good and get it evenly distributed for my nuts and berries treat. Yeah, I didn't make this for a few days because the last tray I made was so good. My husband even ate some of it. And he normally doesn't, because of his dental work, he normally doesn't eat stuff really chewy, but it like broke up into little gooey pieces that seem to be just bite-sized for him. All right, I think that looks about even. A lot of almonds, but that's good. I want the almonds probably to be the most prevalent of the ingredients. I remember years ago when people started talking about superfoods, almonds was always one of the superfoods. I don't know how true superfoods are, but almonds and cherries and dark chocolate, I remember, were three of the ones, and all those three things together are delicious. All right, Caro syrup. Well, it's not Caro brand, it's corn syrup. So I like the corn syrup better. I think I like the corn syrup better than the Mrs. Butterworth, to tell you the truth. I mean, Mrs. Butterworth was just fine, but I actually like the corn syrup better. Of course, then one day my husband wanted me to make him some pancakes. And like I said, I can't make pancakes. So I made him waffles. And he's like, where's the pancake syrup? And I was like, I used it all. But here, try this corn syrup. My dad used to use that, which is true. My dad used to put like jam or jelly and like if we didn't have any syrup, which was rare. I think sometimes he just chose to put jam and jelly and Caro on his pancakes. All right, this is pretty gooey. I think this might be just about right. I'm going to do one more dab. One more dab. That's usually how I do things. When I think something is just about right, I'll put in like one more dab, like it's going to make a huge difference. But, okay, so that looks pretty good. And that is my corn syrup, my almonds, the honey roasted peanuts, dried berries and raisins, and coconut. So I'm going to put on my trays right here. I'm going to put on my tray with my parchment paper. I tore off my parchment paper all wonky. All right, let me smooth this down into a single layer. And we're going to bake this in the oven at 350 degrees. And I'm going to check it at 25 minutes. That's about what I did the last time, and it turned out really good. Actually, it might have been able to go a few more minutes, but I didn't want to risk it because I have a bad history of burning. Almost burning to the, I mean, I'll still eat it because I don't like to waste the food once I've messed it all up. I don't want to waste it. All right, this is it. All right, we're going to get that all patted down. All right. Keep saying, all right. I'm going to stick this in the oven now. It was just preheated to 350 degrees. And I'm going to put my little, I'm not going to put the timer on because I'm standing right here next to the clock. Okay. So it's about 3:35. So about 4 o'clock. It should be done. Okay, one more thing I'm going to make while on this video. Egg lemonade. This is another one of my mocktails. Which my definition is a mocktail is a beverage that you have to mix up, but it doesn't have any booze in it. All right. This isn't my recipe. My daughter found this recipe, and this guy is hilarious. He finds these like super old-timey recipes, like weird stuff from like the 30s and even the 70s. I remember as a kid in the 70s, some of the weird things that you'd see at potlucks. Like you don't see that crap anymore. I mean, like Jello salads with shredded carrots. Like I remember green Jello salad with shredded carrots and like fruit salad. It was disgusting. I tried it, and I'm sorry. My grandma used to put she'd crush up walnuts and put walnuts in Jello with. I remember the can of the fruit cocktail and walnuts. Jello with walnuts together. Anyway, back to my recipe for egg lemonade. I know it sounds disgusting, the egg part, but it's really good. I remember one time, thinking about raw eggs, grosses some people out. My best friend growing up, we went to the beach one time. We were like in middle school, and in 17 magazine, I had come across a recipe for strawberry smoothies. And so I made them for my friend and me to take to my friend Tracy and we went to the beach. And so we're drinking them, and they're really good. And she's like, "Oh, this is good." And she said, "What's in it?" So I told her all the ingredients. So one of the ingredients was a raw egg. And then a few minutes later, I noticed her smoothie was just sitting there half drunk and melting in the sun. I said, "I thought you liked the smoothie. Why aren't you finishing it?" And she said, "You shouldn't have told me it had a raw egg in it." I guess the raw egg I did just grossed her out. So she didn't finish the delicious strawberry smoothie that I had made. Okay, egg lemonade. I'm going by memory because I don't remember the exact recipe. So, but I remember it had like frozen fruit. I bought some a frozen bag of like mixed berries, like raspberries and blackberries and blueberries, and I kind of crushed them up a little bit. So I'm going to put those in here. I'm going to take these big pieces out and try and get just the little pieces in there. I couldn't get these blackberries all ground up. Okay, I'm not going to put all of it in there. I'll save it for another egg lemonade. All right, so then you take, I think it's like 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So I'm going to just eyeball it because I do this. You know, if it's got a little too much lemon in it, I'm not going to sweat it because it looks like about 1. That looks like about 2. All right, now the egg. 1 egg and your egg lemonade. And I use seltzer. This is that blackberry citrus seltzer I still had from the other day. Some people use water. I can't remember what my daughter uses. I think she might just use water. Okay, so what I'm going to do with my whisk, I'm going to stir this all together while I pour it in. And I started making these when I was still at my mom's taking care of her. Marcia had sent me, Marcia was my mother's name too. I named my daughter after my mother. So Marcia, my daughter, had sent me the recipe. So I was making it at my mom's house. My mom didn't drink it. She didn't like my concoctions probably. All right, so that's what it looked like once I stirred it up really good with the lemonade, the egg. I think that's good. I'm going to give it a couple more whisks just to get it nice and frothy. And I already got my glass of ice ready to go. I'm just going to pour this little spout right here. And top it off. That's really full. All right, let me give my egg lemonade a taste. Didn't mean to be so loud with my sipping. This is really good. That's quite tart. It could use a little sweetener if you like it. So I like it tart. I probably won't put any sweetener in it. But I'm trying to remember if maybe there was a little sweetener in the recipe. I don't know. But that's delicious. Egg lemonade. I don't have a name for that last thing I made. The one that I think tastes like kombucha. Call it Chris's kombucha. I don't know. But if I remember a mocktail party, I'll definitely be serving egg lemonade. Today's the 4th of July. I hope everybody's having a safe and happy 4th of July. I love the 4th of July. And as far as I'm a very patriotic person, I'm a veteran, but honestly don't like going out in the heat on the 4th of July, unless it's at the beach or at a pool. So stay cool. Enjoy your independence.